This is Ken from JazzTime.com. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. We offer the lowest price anywhere online. If you would like to know the price, simply click on the link in the description below. If you enjoy our videos, we'd greatly appreciate it if you would buy a watch from JazzTime.com. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Rolex Yacht-Master 42 reference 226659. I'm going to talk to you guys about this bezel, the dial, the case, the movement, the bracelet, try it on, and give you my thoughts. So let's dive right in. This watch is white gold. That means this case right here, and its size is 42 millimeters. That means from my thumb to my index finger, it's 42. Now, it's a little larger than most sports Rolexes or professional Rolexes in that it's 42 millimeter instead of 40 millimeter. And it's made of white gold. Now, how do I know that? I'm turning it over on the back side so you guys can see. This is a hallmark of 750. This is another hallmark. It's really hard to see. You actually need a loop. I did loop it before this video. I can't do it. I technically can't do it for you guys here because I can't, but there's another insignia here, which is a Rolex symbol and some other symbol here I forgot. But if you had a loop, or if you buy the watch yourself, you can loop it yourself and look, it's all there, and that signifies that this watch is made of white gold. In fact, even the buckle is all made of white gold. So that's pretty neat. It's a sports Rolex that is made in precious metal, and it looks pretty cool. It doesn't look as flashy as yellow gold, for example, but it's still made of precious metal. Okay, so it's a monoblock middle case with a screw down case back and winding crown. That just means the case back, which is white gold, is a screw down case back to prevent water coming in, and it's actually also 100 meters. It's water resistant to 100 meters. Okay, now let's move on to the bezel. I think the bezel is pretty interesting. It's bidirectional, means it goes both ways, and the way that you're looking at it, okay, you might think it's rubber, but it's actually a matte black Cerachrome insert in ceramic. Basically, it's a ceramic bezel that's matte instead of matte, meaning M-A-T-T. It means it's dull like a finish instead of like a shiny finish. You know, some people don't like shiny finishes. You know, it looks too flashy. People don't like that. Or some people don't like it. But at any rate, they make this one in matte. They don't make it in a different variation. So that's what you have. And it has a polished raised numeral and graduations. What does that mean? You see here, like the 50 and this hash mark and this other mark that I'm pressing my finger against. Well, those are all raised. I'm going to turn to the side so you can kind of see it. You see how it kind of comes up a little bit? Okay. Now, what's the benefit of ceramic is that, well, it doesn't scratch very easily. Before, they used to make these bezels in platinum or gold or aluminum, you know, in the older versions, and they scratch. That's not a, you know, people don't like their watches scratching, you know, and they fade with time. So this doesn't, and it's kind of should stay this way for all of eternity, or at least as long as you have the watch. Okay, so that's the one cool thing about the bezel. Now let's move on to the movement, which you can't see in here like you can't see in any Rolex, but I'll tell you about it anyways. It's a caliber 3235. It replaces the old 3135. It looks really cool. Now there's plenty of images of that online. I have opened this myself before, and I've looked at the 3235 movement. It looks much nicer. It looks much more modern, and it actually is more precise. In fact, it's -2 + 2 seconds per day after casing, as opposed to before, which was ±7. Okay, so to me it's a lot cooler. It has a paramagnetic blue Parachrome hairspring with high performance Paraflex shock absorber, blah blah blah. That basically means this movement, which is updated version, replaces that 30-year-old 3135 movement, and it's really good. It has a power reserve of 70 hours, which attests to that, because before it you used to have only a power reserve of approximately 48 hours. So they've become more precise, they become more precise, and they just are better now. So that's another reason why this watch, at least as of now, the shooting of this video in 2020, it's really modern, up to date, and it's has all the greatest specs. Now let's move on to the bracelet. The bracelet is using what's called the Oysterflex. Now, if you don't know what Oysterflex is, you might just think it's a rubber bracelet, and you'd be kind of right. It is made of rubber. Rolex doesn't call it rubber; they call it Oysterflex. And actually they call it a high performance elastomer. It's over molded with a high performance elastomer, and it actually has flexible metal blades inside. Now you're wondering, where are these metal blades? Well, they're actually inside here. I can't take it apart, obviously, but it's inside here. And what is the purpose? Well, the purpose is so that this rubber maintains its shape. You see how it has this curve here, and you see like it has this little, whatever you call this thing, they actually call it like a flexible, actually I don't know what they call it, but it's something right here. And the purpose of this thing is that, so when it sits on your wrist, it doesn't, not the whole rubber is touching your wrist, so it doesn't get sweaty, because obviously, rubber isn't porous and doesn't allow sweat to go through. That makes sense? Okay, now let's talk about the clasp. The clasp is a folding oyster lock safety clasp with Rolex glide lock extension system. What does all that mean? It just means that it has this is how you close it. 1 click, 2 clicks, and that really is not gonna allow it to come apart, which is why it's used for sports. Now the interesting part, which is what is new over the old Yacht-Master 40 in rose gold, reference 116655, is that it has this glide lock extension. Now it's also on the 126655. Boom, you see that? That extension really allows you to make this bracelet larger and smaller without having to either cut the bracelet or change the bracelet altogether, which was a problem in the older 116655, and that's been solved in the 126655, as well as this model, which is 226659. That makes sense? Okay, anyways, I think this is a really awesome watch. It is 42 millimeter. It's sort of like a successor or a another off branch of the Yacht-Master 40 in rose gold. It's slightly bigger. That rose gold one is 40 millimeter. This one's 42 millimeter. This is how it looks on the wrist. My personal thoughts is I'm really glad that Rolex came out with a 42 millimeter. I think it fits better. It's bigger. It doesn't look big and clunky. I have an average man's wrist, and to me it's really comfortable. It's a perfect size, and if you like to buy it, go to jazztime.com, JAZTIME.com, for the lowest price anywhere online.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.